Hi, I'm Sandy from Worms and Stuff, and today I want to show you how to harvest finished castings from your flow-through bin. This bin's been sitting for a while and it's ready to harvest. Remember, you always feed in the top and you harvest out the bottom. This door I usually just leave open like that. You could also rubber band it shut, but I like the extra air circulation. When you're ready to harvest, you just open the door and you reach in with your fingers, pull out some of the vermicompost between the poles and pull it out. Now normally there are absolutely no worms in it. If you find the occasional stray worm, just go ahead and shove them back in the top. But the beauty about this flow-through bin is that the harvesting is simple because you will very, very rarely run into worms or cocoons. What you run into is nice, finished vermicompost. So you just keep reaching in, pulling it out from between the PVC pipes, checking to make sure that there's no worms or cocoons. Here's one more stray worm. That's not too bad to only have 2 worms in that much. I like to go in between all of the poles, and then you can even reach in there and kind of go above the poles to get a little bit more out. So worm number 3. As far as these flow-through bins go, you can wait a few weeks in between harvesting, or you can harvest more frequently. I like to wait a little bit more because then I can just kind of get it over with all at one time instead of having to keep coming back. So again, another nice pile, really good dark castings, and from all these castings so far I've only had 3 worms, not bad. There are no cocoons in here, which tells me that it's done. Again, if I run into cocoons or a lot of worms, I'm going to stop. So far only 4 worms. Not bad. So just keep going in between each of the PVC pipes with your fingers. You could wear gloves if you want. I just end up washing my hands a lot. I usually keep this bin down on the ground. I did put it up here on the chest freezer in our downstairs to have it up at a more convenient level. So again, really good castings, not very many worms in here. Okay, so once I've gone in between the poles, I'll just kind of reach up and knock the castings down off the top of a PVC pipe. What will happen when I pull out enough is that the compost will actually, the bedding inside will actually be up a little bit. And what happens over the next couple days is it sinks back down and it rests on those poles, and you're going to be all set. If you're having dry castings drop down, that means that you don't have enough moisture. And if you end up with wet stuff coming down, dry that vermicompost out. You're letting it get too wet. So again, with the flow-through bin, all you're doing is reaching in, pulling it out. There is no sorting. You will end up with castings that are nice and fluffy, good moisture content. Okay, well, I'm back with the worm bin, and I have finished emptying out the vermicompost. As you can see, this is how much I got. This is huge from my flow-through worm bin, and just to give you an idea of just how much it is, if I put it on a scale, it comes up to be 13 pounds, 13 ounces. Even if that empty bin weighs a pound, that's still over 12 pounds of vermicompost. Just to give you a little feel for funny things I found in it. 4 credit card pieces, a peach pit, 2 sticks, a popsicle stick, a rubber band, 3 random pieces of plastic, some foil wrapper, and googly eye. I wonder what kind of crafts those worms were making in there. Anyhow, vermicompost from a flow-through bin. In all of these 12 plus pounds of vermicompost, I found 8 worms. That's it. There's no other method that's going to require so little sorting as a flow-through bin. Visit our site, www.wormsandstuff.com, and like us on Facebook at Worms and Stuff. Thanks for watching.